Womanhood is such a strange concept to think on. To understand it, I'm going to take the approach we all seem to naturally desire, take the attention from ourselves. It's not our fault. He must have done this. Men aren't an easier topic, however, they have the historical advantage. More time, more space.
Carved, creased, or crying. No one's perfect. Perhaps you may need to be reminded of that.
Sometimes all I can think about is how broken you were, the shattering of your perfect world. Or have you always been that way? Maybe it was just a final breaking point that was a long time coming. You seemed to crash and burn.
The flood upon your face consumed me. Seeing it all fall was the strangest thing. You didn't fall, not really. In hindsight, it was like watching a toddler miss their mouth with a spoon. Still, the way your complexion crumbled terrified me. As your world melted, so did you.
I found myself saying this because you don't seem to remember. Only the next week I saw you like I did back on that first day. Perfect. Your moments of weakness were so elegant to me. The child I see now has morphed from someone I worshipped. It all changed so suddenly.
How I saw you shifted. I was scared. Scared you might know. I wasn't discreet. You don't deserve discreet anymore. Do you not think of what I did for you?
Without me, who? Well, now I know there will always be someone, you don't care who, but who would lift you so far out of reach?
Your hello is the most tortured longing I've ever felt. What you see is a greeting like any other I've twisted into a rejection of my soul.
Feed my soul.
I don't know what to tell you anymore. The more I learn, the less I know what to say.
It had crossed my mind. A fleeting, intrusive, mindless thought. The foolish nature I labelled that thought with is now rendered obsolete.
I'm sorry. That's all I ever wanted to hear you say. But when you told me, I couldn't think of anything else. Perhaps silence would have been better.
I'm scared every time I am close with you now. I will be stung with the nausea that threw itself upon me. I don't know if you remember. I do. Often while reciting the usual struggles, there would be an outstanding pause, a nervous laughter and a heavy breath. It used to kill me.
I thought you shut me out on purpose, because of me, what I had done. Your sighs used to be filled with the exhausted imaginary comments about who I was not, what I couldn't do for you. You just smiled to keep me in a world of fiction. Turns out I was the one writing the stories. I wrote the only narrative that made sense to me at the time. This will never make sense. It's too harsh. So harsh you'll notice that I can't even say it.
Had this crawling sensation on my back for around a month now. As much as I appreciate your manic, toothy grin, it feels unwelcome, forced, cynical. Today you made excuses to be close to me, a performance of our collection to the ever-loving, attentive audience. You know I want it, but I fear the audience doesn't buy it. The creases came back today. I noticed them for the first time in a while. If you think I've been lazy, sinking back into our old patterns, forgetting what we've learned, I haven't forgotten our understanding. If anything, it allowed me to enjoy today even more. It just was, despite what I know. To be honest, I thought that today would be different for the worse, that you would put on a face, then reveal what's under the mask later, that you'd carve what you call a perfect exterior so that no one would be any the wiser, and let it crack at a more convenient time. You have a habit of forgetting that your version of manufactured perfect is too familiar now. Whenever you don't need it, you crack, and I get to see for the first time again. This face is reserved just for us. The energy you held today had a trigger, a reminder that you could feel that way, the way you felt before everything, before I saw. Last time that energy was for everyone, like a new toy you wanted to show off. You linger over me and hear every single fucking thought and then disappear. This thought is important information. I can't exactly mail you this one. It's got my soul in it this time. Give me a glimpse of where serenity and mania can hold hands. I miss the understanding. Maybe my hysterical hunger for this isn't a good example. Scream at me. Yell. Tear me down like anyone else. I'd take that over 1,000 false smiles. You've said it twice since I've persisted in this unwavering gaze. First time, in my time of need, on the edge of my sense of self. Maybe you felt guilty, useless, not yourself, but it meant everything to me. The second doesn't count.
You don't remember it. That's right, you don't even remember it. Your embrace and 3 simple words, 2 things with such a casual weight, have never felt so freeing.
Because that's what this is. A casual weight. I get to go about my day-to-day life unbothered, and suddenly you're on my mind, weighing down my blissful disdain for all things negative.
Before I worried about you, I didn't even worry for myself. I had no intention of failure, so why would I waste my energy preparing for it?
But I've seen how you pick at the picture, and if I can keep you from picking yourself to bits, I'm okay. It was all for you. And you don't even remember.
I've had this mascara for a year. It's the best mascara I think I've ever bought. I've done everything I remotely enjoyed this year with it on, and it just makes me feel that little bit more confident.
But you see, it's drying up. And I've had that fear the moment I got it. I can't buy it again. I can't. So, what do I do?
Every morning I start by coating the bristles with a splash of water from the sink in hopes it will work a fraction as well as it did that first day.
It doesn't. It never will.
But every day I make that journey to the sink.
One day you'll probably buy me a new one, won't you?
I'll turn my head and the card will be swiped, and then the man behind the till thinks that I've got a keeper.
And that I should hold on to you, and you're such a gentleman. Well, that's not the truth, is it?
You are kind and thoughtful and you care so much.
But you are not a gentleman, a charmer, or any of the other stupid names that people who don't know love to call you.
You're you. Let it be. Maybe my mascara wouldn't dry out like that if I didn't know I'd get another. Stop it! You're doing it again! Stop trying to fix things!
That's the first time I said it today. I finally said it. It felt good. I've never been even remotely angry to your face, but a small shift in my tone felt like the sweetest release possible.
Where did all this anger come from? Why does the idea of you frustrate me? I'm trying to show you the mascara's dried out, so you'll try, care, or something. But not go off on another moment of yours.
No matter how hard I try, though, I still have the feeling you're getting bored of me. That you're the one who's borrowed my mascara and left it in open air. I wish you just had the guts to tell me.
Your words were so sweet. Honey poured down my throat.
I don't know what I'd do without you. It was everything I worked so hard to hear. All the sleepless nights and manic thoughts. Your care was no longer something I just craved, but something I was fed.
Now, I envy the secrets. God, give me the lies. Tell me stories to cover the unsightly truth. You've torn the book of my respect down the spine and returned it in hopes I'm, what, fucking blind? You've been caught and yet you still perform. You still perform and I'm expected to do the dance with you.
You've ruined everything. You can't love someone into loving you back. God, pity is your favorite game. As if I'm not familiar with the unrequited.
The bruises on my knees, my arms, my mind. It was always you. You.
Your favorite chant simply consisted of me, myself, and I. How will this affect me? I want them to like me. What will I do with myself?
I've I've tuned out. It's not my problem. Well, it never was and still isn't, I guess. Do you feel lonely now? My lack of self-respect doesn't shadow you.
I know you do. And I can't feel sorry for you.
You ran out of sorries while managing to never say the word. If you really meant it, I'd see it solitary instead of hand in hand with a vice. All that, just no. Let's not romanticize here. I stripped myself of myself just so I could spend some time with you. Only now have I come to my senses. You're sorry. Crying isn't the big gesture I'm looking for. I gave you everything I had. I know something that would take everything you have left. You deserve for me to say it. I'll hold my tongue like a good woman.
Men play a game with life. A sick game, but a game nonetheless. Silence calls with actions. Maybe you, maybe your mother, your friends. It may not be all men, but it is statistically most of the women you know. You call her your friend, but you still talk with him. Give him the benefit of the doubt. She knows what he has done, but it's too much fuss, not worth the trouble. I'd be careful of what you say. Do not silence me if you don't think you have the guts to tell me to shut up. Young people are so impressionable. If you tell the wrong one an ill-thought-out statement purely due to your own lazy, entitled way of thinking, it will make an adult who never learned to speak up for themselves. God, think! I encourage you to think a little more about the words coming out of your mouth occasionally. Words are the only power that is truly ours. Don't waste yours on silence. This comes in many forms. For instance, the mansplainer. A man so riddled with exposure to misogyny and stupidity that he devolves the reciprocant of his misguided instruction, most often to a grown woman, into a child. No, they would much rather that. Fresh, innocent, untampered with. Brainless, slow, gullible, naive, thick, dim, dotty, brain-dead, shallow. This one can catch a lot of people out. Shallow, for apathy's sake, it's considered a clever tactic used by those wishing to shelter parts of themselves. It's never that deep, dude. Shallow, used in the sake of a teenaged girl, means she's too busy worried about the unimportant to fathom a useful, intelligent conversation. Just because someone makes the choice to be shallow, they are excused. If you ask me, they're more brainless than those who can't make that choice.
It's a somewhat surreal experience. Clutching at your bloated torso, holding yourself upright as to not make skin-to-skin contact with the lady spilling out of her seat on your right, or while listening to your grandmother mourn her ballet figure, and pulling at a role she has chosen to be her victim. I mean, it's unsightly. Yes, thank you. This information does wonders for the teenage. Focused on the waft of the public bus smell instead. Cigarettes, stale beer, and a hint of cheap perfume and lots of sweat. Lots of sweat, mainly from myself, might I add. I feel disgusting. My gut is spilling over my usually well-fitted jeans while I avoid ever-looming feeling. I've left a pool of blood under the seat beneath me. Drip. Drip. Everyone's experience is obviously beautiful and unique, special, and the rest of it, everyone is also seem to believe that somehow they have it. Something more special, more unique.
The girl in the mirror looks at me funny. The girl in the mirror just stares at me. She knows who she is. She has no questions for me. She haunts that mirror.